What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's video. This video is going to be kind of a little bit all over the place. I know I mentioned in the last video that I would be doing some powder coating, maybe some painting and stuff like that, but you know, life happens. So then I kind of started to get all over the place on this video. I started to kind of like work, I would say not behind the scenes, but off camera and stuff like that. So not sure exactly how much of the video I actually received or recorded when I was painting the motor. As you can see, it's no longer blue, so I went ahead and I did the water pump, timing cover, block, and obviously the oil pan, which you can see there. I didn't sand or I didn't prep it. I wasn't really too happy with it. The bottom's still actually blue, in case you can see that, hopefully. Yeah. So I mean I really didn't care. I still gotta go ahead and change the oil pan gasket. These are some of the pulleys that I gotta put on the car itself. I was gonna go with like some March pulley kits, but after looking at the pricing, they just didn't make sense at the moment. So I'm gonna just go ahead and clean these up, sandblast them, powder coat those, get those on the car. I did order a distributor since I have the old points one that's not going to work with this cam, so I upgraded to an MSD one, MSD box as well, blast recorder to go along with all that stuff as well. But the motor's looking absolutely beautiful with the black instead of the blue. Like I said, it's all according to owner preference, and of course Motorcraft oil filter, no more fram. But yeah, so they didn't put that on there, but yeah, block off plate for the fuel. This guy here, might as well take it off now. That guy's also going to get powder coated, so throw that on there. But yeah, also the engine bay is, like I mentioned, very, very, very crusty. So I decided to take it apart, well, whatever's left of it, take more of it apart, get it all the way down to its bare skeleton, motor mounts and stuff like that. I will be replacing. Battery's no good, gotta get it out of here. I will be I will be removing the actual fenders, the grill, the bumper, the valence is already off, the hood, brackets and stuff like that, just because when I sand this guy down, I want to paint under the fenders themselves, and then on the inside of the aprons, or the whatever you want to call this, on the inside, I want to do like maybe like some sound deadening, not sound deadening, I'm sorry, what is it called, not rhino liner, undercoating, and then get that all cleaned up. I can show you guys on the other side. You really can't tell that much, but yeah, I mean there's some coilovers in there, stuff like that, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this camera up like always on the tripod and time lapse it and start taking apart this front end, because I have no idea how the hell to take this front end apart. So as I go, I'll probably mention and see where it goes. I know you have a few bolts here along what you can see. I know there's probably one on the inside there. I know there's one on the bottom. And I think there's one underneath here. Yeah, that bracket right there. You guys can see it, that little metal bar. That actually holds it, but of course the front bumper has to come off, which is all jacked up anyways. You can see it's kind of bent up there, doesn't light up at that corner because the valence was actually damaged when I removed it. As far as the grill goes, it's not even okay, that's not even being held on by anything. That's a different bolt, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's that Phillips there. There's another Phillips screw down there. If I can zoom in on it, yeah, down there, and that should remove the grill. So I guess what I can do is I can start taking this guy apart, and then for those of you who want to follow along, I'll start taking it apart, and I can start letting you guys know exactly which one it is that I'm taking off, what size is it, and what to look out for. So yeah, let me just go over the whole thing right now, so that way it kind of looks like I know what I'm doing as I'm taking it apart, and we'll go from there. So let me set this up on tripod and we'll continue. so next day, basically kind of skipped a few steps on when I started removing, well, not skip, but I started jumping around a little bit off camera and basically removing the fender. So basically what it is you open the door, there's one bolt here, obviously the ones that run along the top, 1 2 3 4 5 6, then you have 2 more here, 1 2, and then you have 2 more, you can't see them, there's one there, and it should come off, but as you guys can see, very, 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 very crusty, although dirty, but very solid. As for the engine bay, basically everything is gutted, harness and all. Harness is over there. I'm gonna go ahead and replace the harness, cut off the exhaust since we do have that MagnaFlow. But yeah, you guys can see it's like all dirty down there, all that down there, all the side rails and stuff like that. The whole front end's all taken apart as well. So the idea is, today's Sunday, so I gotta go to work Monday through Friday, obviously. On Saturday, I'm gonna be bringing the pressure washer over from work. I think it's about 3,000 psi, give or take. I want to degrease the whole engine bay. I still got to remove the pedal and a few little bits and pieces here and there, but I do want to go ahead and degrease the engine bay. Like I said, the areas like down there by the steering box and stuff like that, I do want to get down there and scrub it with a degreaser. Places like all of this is going to come off as well. All of this should get pressure washed easily, but I do want to degrease all this here, all that area, and the entire engine bay as well, just because certain areas, like, see, like right here, you can see some of the rust a little bit. It's like just surface rust, but I do want to bring this down all the way to bare metal, and I do want to hit it with some etching primer, and then basically go over the whole engine bay with probably a 320, and then refine it with a 600, then hit it with a satin black, maybe 2 coats of satin black, and it should be done. Then after that, we can start getting the motor in the bay. Well, actually getting the motor made it to the transmission down there, Bowler T5. Get that made it to that, and then into the engine bay itself. I have started making like little piles here and there for the powder coating stuff. Just stuff that I can reuse, like the hood light support and stuff like that, bumper supports, bumper supports and stuff like that. Bracketry, stuff like that. So yeah, luckily I do have all the equipment to do the powder coating, so a lot of stuff will get sandblasted, powder coated, probably like a flat black or a satin black, and then yeah, pretty much it. So for now, I'm gonna clean up a little bit. These are the motor mounts. I mean, they're still in good condition. I don't know if I just want to go ahead and replace them since they already are out of the car, but yeah, this is basically where we're at for now. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Up the brightness a little bit, but yeah, all this white stuff that you guys see here, there, and over here, that was all from when I was trying to do the paint stripper, which obviously failed. But as you can see, there's a lot of dirt and stuff like that. Let's just keep going out of focus. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of like places where there's like some surface rust that's gonna have to go down to bare metal up here, and of course like a lot of grease down there from like the motor that's time being in the motor, leaking and stuff like that from the 60s. There's a lot of like build up there. So yeah, that's basically it. This camera keeps doing all kinds of adjustments on me because of the sun and on the shade. But yeah, that's basically what we gotta do. Sand it down, pressure wash it first, degrease it, make sure we don't have any grease or like buildup or anything like that. Radiator support is also going to be part of the part that's going to get prepped and painted, and probably all the parts in here. another thing that I noticed is yeah, we'll be doing some suspension work as well. So yeah, plan of attack is, so I have a spray bottle. It's 50-50 water, 50% water, 50% super clean. So idea is pressure wash. I keep saying pressure wash. Idea is to spray it down, scrub it down where it needs to be, and then pressure wash. Scrub down the areas that basically need some scrubbing. Yep, that's the car. Alright, so I'll set this up and I'll start getting to work on getting this car all cleaned up. So first areas that I want to hit with the spray is basically where I know it's going to be all built up. That will give it some time to start eating up at the grease and stuff like that. Be down here, motor mount area, stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty much the idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up spraying this down, let it sit for a bit, and then I'll figure out and see where it's gonna need to be scrubbed down. Make sure I get it behind the booster and stuff, because the booster will be coming off as well. I'm gonna upgrade it. So yeah, I'll continue to get this thing degreased, and I'll catch up with you guys once I start pressure washing. Alright, so hopefully you guys can hear me here over all the traffic. But here we go again with the damn settings on the camera. Alright, so I did go ahead and pressure wash the whole entire engine bay. It does help to have a good pressure washer. If you don't have like one of those high capacity pressure washers like a gas one, you might can run to like Home Depot and rent one from Home Depot. But most of the grease came off. Actually, all the grease came off. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I don't think the actual degreaser did much. I think it was more the pressure of the pressure washer that did most of the work, honestly. But it looks like I'm gonna be doing a lot more work than I actually wanted to. All the seam sealer, stuff like that, started to come off with the pressure washer, and obviously that can't stay like that. Same for the inside of the fender wells, if you can see it there, some down there, and as well as actually this area right here, all of it came off there, down there, that area there, and then a lot of it down here in this area as well. All of it came off of here, and then yeah, all the seam sealer came off here, across here, and across there. This part actually comes off, so that'll be removed. But yeah, overall happy with the way it came out, all pressure washed and nice and clean. Next, I'm just gonna go ahead and let it dry up, and then I'll probably give you guys an update once it's all dried up. Maybe you can have a little bit of a better look at it. But the GS as well, since it was already out here sitting next to it, I went ahead and I pressure washed it, got all the dirt off of it and stuff, the wheels and everything. Haven't really done much to this thing. I really want to get this thing going, but for now I'm going to keep on concentrating on this guy, because we do need to get the motor out of the way, because it's just kind of in the way when I work here in this area. Alright, so it's been a couple of days already. The car's obviously now back in the garage, and just want to do a quick overview of how it came out. So do have a little surface rust here, got one crack here that I'm probably gonna have to either patch up or maybe weld. I gotta see how it looks from underneath, but not too bad actually. Everything came out pretty good. All the grease came off from where it was pretty much junked up, or clunked up I should say. But yeah, all the sides, everything's gonna have to be Probably re-sanded and re-seam sealed and primered and all that good stuff all along inside the aprons as well. But yeah, just want to show you guys this real quick. And I did do a small little area on this end because I wanted to figure out what was going to be my best bet, how quick I could get it done. So as you can see here, it actually went down to bare metal here as well, and then here as well. What I ended up using was, let me see if I can, might be here, toolbox. Yeah. So I ended up using this little, I guess like it's an abrasive pad, and it's mounted on a 4-inch disc for the grinder. I usually use a brand called Avanti. Yeah, just Avanti from Home Depot. They're about, well, it used to be about $4. With inflation, I'm not sure exactly how much is it now, but just want to show you guys real quick where I'm at with the car. The Eastwood primer that I ordered, it's literally sitting at the UPS here in my city. It's been sitting here since yesterday. It says it's going to get delivered on Monday. Today is the last day that we're going to have 70-degree weather. Now we're dropping into the 61, 62, so I might have to build like a small little, I guess like a little carport outside in the sun, and hopefully I can get the booth to at least about 70 degrees just with the sun itself, which I mean it should be doable. But in the meantime, I think I'm just gonna end the video here, just for the main reason that I think the next process of, you know, sanding, primering, and getting everything prepped up and ready for paint engine bay wise, I think there's just gonna be like so much information that I think some of the people, some of the viewers can use it as a guide. I've been talking to Eastwood, I've been talking to a few other local painters that I know, and I've also been talking to Paint Society Brian, and I've just been gathering information, kind of putting all this information in line, and very good information, very good useful information for me, because I've never done this type of work. I mean, I've used a spray gun before, but not for actually spraying out like a car or anything like that. I was more like in an industrial setting where I was just basically painting metal for like an industrial shop. So not the correct fluid tip for the gun, not the correct mix ratios and stuff like that. It was just one of those hurry up and get it done type of jobs. So this, I do want to get it done because obviously it is my own personal project, and I do want it to look good. So yeah, so I think in that video I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm using to sand it, what I'm using to get rid of all this rust, well, the surface rust, how to treat the areas of rust. If, I mean, there's some areas that do need to get some treatment of it, obviously. What type of primer to use in bare spots and rust spots, and then obviously, sorry, I'm still a little bit sick. And then I'm obviously spraying out the hot rod black, which in turn it's ended up being satin black from Eastwood. So yeah, I'm not sure if you guys thought I got a lot done on this video, but that is basically where we're at, and that is basically where I'm gonna leave this video off now. So one more quick little overview of how everything looks. Pretty good, pretty good. Just off the bat, I don't think I kind of yeah, this spot still has a little bit of dirt. I know this spot for sure. I saw it afterwards, so that's gonna have to be done separately. But other than that, I was looking around it the other day with a flashlight, so it's a little bit brighter. And yeah, it does look like it has been resprayed at one point. You can see the green there. So somebody obviously, now I'm looking at, there's some paint drips here. Somebody probably obviously hit it up with a spray paint. I don't know if it was my dad. As I mentioned, my dad did get this from, I think it was one of his friends, but the car was running, it was all bull stock. It is a stock V8 car, but overall, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it in its best shape it's ever been. So yeah, guess I'll leave it off here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.